So today I want to talk about making money in your business and some ways that you can make money. And if you are thinking about starting your business, why have you not started your business? Okay. And so, by the way, when you pop in here, say hi. Okay. So, hold on just a second. Let me check and make sure my group can see me. Gotta need my glasses too. So, all right. Here's the thing that we know, or if you're new to your digital business, you may not know, right, is that, let me make sure this is playing. Hold on. Okay, so you may not know that you need leads, right? So you need to make leads in your business, and you need revenue. If you don't have either one of those, you don't have a business, really, right? So here's the thing, and I want to know, comment below, and if you're watching the replay, comment with new if you've got a new business, or want to if you're wanting to start a business, okay? Because here's the thing. If you're going to have a digital business, there's no reason nowadays to not have one, because with technology, oh my God, it's amazing what we can actually do. And so you can actually do things a lot faster. Let me tilt that down a little bit. Do things a lot faster than like our parents and grandparents did, right? So, so here's the thing. In order to have a digital business, you don't have to be a tech savvy. You don't have to be a marketing genius. You need to learn a little bit about marketing, because that's really, what it boils down to. But you've got to be able to solve problems, right? You've got to solve problems. So let me grab a drink of water. If you can't solve problems, you don't have a business either. So, and it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. I don't know what's this hairdo. So here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you are a coach, if you're wanting to sell products, if you're wanting to sell courses and programs, if you are in network marketing, it really doesn't matter. If you don't have leads and you don't have sales, or you're not making money, you don't have an online business, right? So listen, you solve problems, right? You solve problems, right? So here are some questions that you can ask yourself to maybe come up with what you should be doing if you're not already in your digital business, okay? So some questions that you might want to ask. Ask yourself, actually, what do you love to do? What do you love to do? And by the way, when you pop in here, say hi. I love to hear from my people. What do you love to do? Okay. You know what? Here's my take on that. Okay. It's like, I'm not about to. My number one value is freedom. Okay. I want to be able to have the freedom to work from anywhere and whenever I want to. That means taking my laptop or my tablet or even my phone. You guys, I can send emails to you from my phone, to my whole tribe. So there's no way I'm going to do something that I don't love to do. So I'm not going to be spending all my time and commitment on doing something that drives me bonkers, or working with clients that drive me bonkers, okay? So what do you love to do? What are you good at? That would be the second question to ask yourself. What are you really good at? And to actually expand on what are you really good at, you might want to ask yourself, what do people come to me for? Right? I found a lot that people were coming to me for mindset and for getting their mind in the right place, and just getting over their shit. That might not be yours. Because another thing that people came to me for was, how to stay healthy, right? So I became a health coach, and I loved being a health coach. I didn't enjoy being a weight loss coach, I'll tell you that, because being a weight loss coach is so much more about mindset than it is about actually weight loss. And a lot of people I find really just kind of want a quick fix when it comes to that. So that's just a little side note, right? So while I love being a coach and I'm really good at it. You know, what people came to me for a lot was how to stay healthy, how to have a lot of energy, because I'm 53 years old and I'm very energetic. Like I can be so, I have more energy sometimes than a 25-year-old. Okay, so you know, my health is my number one priority. It's like there's, you know, if you don't have your health, you've got no place to live. So what do people come to you for and ask you advice around? Okay. Another thing that you might want to consider is, what have you overcome in your life? This is a really big one too. Like, what have you overcome that was an obstacle, that was a hurdle, and you've gotten to the other side of it? And if you reverse engineer it, what is that thing that you can help other people with? But you've also got to be really excited about it too. Okay. Because let me tell you this, when you're so stoked about the business that you create that you can't wait to get out of bed in the morning to start your day because you're really excited to get out there and help people, then you've hit the right thing. But what I find is that a lot of people tend to stop themselves, right? And they stop at what the problem is. They stop at the obstacle. So then I would ask you then, what's stopping you, right? If you're really wanting an online business, a digital business of some sort, what's the thing that's stopping you? And comment below when you're watching the replay. Whoever's here, I can see you, but I don't know. It's like, you know, comment. Say hi. You know, comment with what's the thing that's stopping you? What are you afraid of? What do you feel like is the legitimate reason that why you feel like you can't do a business, you can't start your digital business? You know, because again, I'm gonna express to you that we are in a digital age where it's so much easier than our parents and our grandparents had it to start a business. So even though I used to have, I've had a couple of brick and mortar businesses. It's a whole different ball game when you go digital, right? So even though I had the business know-how to build my brick and mortar businesses, it was a whole different ball game to get online and learn marketing in the digital space. So even though I was a coach, you know, and I had experience, you know, in the health and wellness field, in the beauty field, digital marketing was a whole other beast. So what's stopping you, right? You know, you don't know what you don't know, so don't let a fear of not knowing stop you. So here's what I mean by that. You know, is it a fear of technology that's stopping you, right? And I come across this. I happen to be very techie, and I love to figure these things out, especially when it comes to systems that you need for your digital business. But not everybody enjoys that, and I know that. It just happens to be my zone of genius, is to be able to break it down and explain it to newbies, right? My mentor actually hates it, newbies. It's my zone of genius is to actually break it down and make it easy to understand and empowering, because it's like, hey, I tackled that beast. Right? Technology, it's not that scary. But some people are technophobes, and I get that. So if it's technology that's stopping you, don't let that be the thing that stops you, right? Find a business mentor, find a business coach, you know, that may or may not be, we may not resonate, but, you know, if it is, find somebody that can actually help you break it down so that it's not so scary. Because sometimes, you guys, I refer people to finding an assistant, a virtual assistant, to actually help them navigate the tech, right? Because if it's not your thing and you just made up your mind, you don't want to know anything about it, fine. Don't be spending and wasting all your time trying to figure out technology. Give that over to somebody else, right? But if you're willing to tackle that, then I break it down and show you that it's really not that bad, right? Because you do need tech systems in place in order to build your digital business. You know, you need the capability to email from, you know, an email service provider. You need, you know, you don't need a website necessarily, but you do need something in place where you can capture leads, you can capture traffic. You've got to be able to generate traffic. right? So you can have a freebie lead magnet, but if you can't get the traffic to go get it, then it's not doing you any good. And there you sit still having the problem of not having leads, and you're not going to have sales because you don't have leads, and it's just like a vicious circle, right? So, so if it's a fear of tech, don't let that stop you, okay? What if it's a lack of time? I hear this one a lot. Let me just back up to say something about the tech, okay? What I find a lot is, you tend to attract people who are like you. And in my case, when I say like me, it's generally people that are my age, right? Midlife, and they're finding that they're afraid of technology and tackling these brand new things, right? They say, oh, you can't teach an old dog a new trick. That's all up here. That's all up here. So what I come across a lot is people in my tribe want to start a digital business, but they're letting that technology piece stop them in their tracks, right? So don't let that be you. Okay, so let's go back to the lack of time. I hear this one a lot too, and it's understandable. We're all busy. We're all busy. We all have something to do. What a boring life we would have if we just sat around and could drink margaritas all day. Now, I don't mind a margarita, but I'm not going to sit around and drink it all day because I got work to do. I've got people to help. I've got things to teach. I've got people to empower, right? So, if it's a lack of time, I invite you to ask yourself, why do I keep finding myself in this predicament where I keep using a lack of time as the excuse why I don't do the things that I want to do? So what I mean by that is that a lack of time, if it's on the regular, right, on a consistent basis, that's probably a symptom of a much bigger problem. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you've heard me say this for a while. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you find yourself constantly too busy to do the thing that you want to do, that's in your heart, that's your desire, that's your soul calling, you don't have that desire for no reason, right? That's something calling out to you. So if you keep letting a lack of time be the reason, I call it an excuse, that you don't do the thing that you want to do, then you really need to step back and have a look at why. It's a symptom of a much larger problem, generally speaking. Okay, now I do understand there are some legit times, like I had one of my clients, dear client of mine, loved her to pieces, but she was a caretaker for her elderly and ailing mother, and so time actually was a thing for her. But when working together, we learned how to carve out time for her and her only, because she was committed to becoming a life coach herself. So we had to find time, we had to create time. So it was important enough to her to be able to figure out, okay, what is going on here that I keep using time as my excuse, right? She was busy taking care of her elderly mother. That was not a question. But she was using that as an excuse to go into overwhelm and to why she couldn't, right, continue with the things that she wanted to do, which was become a life coach. So anyway, so lack of time, that's a legit thing. I get that, but usually a symptom of a much bigger problem if you use that as the excuse and the reason why you can't pursue your heart's desire. Okay, so what if it's money, right? I hear that one too. I mean, who doesn't hear that one, right? Here's the thing I got to say about that. Don't let that be the reason, the excuse that you don't pursue your dreams. And what I mean by that is, think about all the times that you've had to have the money for something. You've had to pay your rent or your mortgage. You've had to make your car payment. You've had to send your kids off to college. You've had to take care of your parents. Do you get what I'm saying here? You always find a way to take care of the things that you need to take care of. Well, why are you not in that thing that you need to take care of, right? So this is a whole big self-love and self-care piece. And if you really feel like you're struggling with the money mindset piece, right, you might need some work on that, and that's okay. But I'm going to submit to you that is not a real reason to stop yourself. What I mean by that is you know, if you're letting money stand in the way of you pursuing your business dream, right, then you're going to let other things stop you, right? How you do anything is how you do everything. Like, I stand by that 150%. Like, you can't convince me that that you know that is not true. I just can't really think of any exceptions to that rule. So if money is the piece that stops you, and it usually goes hand in hand with time, I usually hear these pieces together. You know, if money's the thing that stops you, you're going to let other things stop you too. Okay, so if it's like you need the money to invest in a good coach, okay. One of my mentors from back in the day, she was teaching on, what was she teaching? She was teaching on, I can't remember, it was like a piece within her program was, okay, if you can't afford to do this one marketing thing, then look around your house. What can you pick up and sell on eBay? What can you have a yard sale for? Take that money and don't spend it on something else. Make it specifically your pile of money for the thing that you need to do. This is laser focused, right? So that's why I say there's no excuse. Don't let money be the thing that takes you out, because you'll let anything else take you out if you're going to let money take you out. So, like, literally, look around your house. What can you sell, right? If it's important enough to you. If it's not, you won't. And it's just a bottom line. And it's like, and it's not me being harsh. It's not me being, you know, not having compassion, because been there and done that. Right? I have been there and done that. Like, you know, it's like, where there's a will, there's a way. And again, there's no exception to that rule either. If it's important enough to you, you're going to find a way to do it. So I'm not saying I would never advocate going into debt, right, and for a poor investment. But if you need to hire a business coach to help you on your journey to starting your digital business, right, you know, very likely if they have a system and a method that's going to make you money, that's a good investment, right? Now, if it's going to take food off of your table, no, don't do it, right? But if it's important enough that you can find other ways to generate revenue, look, I tell my clients, and the people who don't let that stop them actually usually end up working with me, but I tell them, look, there are so many things you can do. If you can drive, why can't you do, like, deliver for Postmates or Uber Eats or one of those, you know, food or grocery delivery services, right? You got a phone, right? If you got a smartphone, put one of those apps on there. Excuse me. Right? What else? You can dog sit, for crying out loud. Now, I know that, like, I've been seeing it all over New York City, that they are trying to, I don't know, they're trying to make it a law where you can't be a dog sitter unless you're licensed or something. But anyway, so there are apps like that called, I think Wags is one, Rover, right? You can dog sit if you have that ability. You can dog sit. What else? You know, Let Go is like the new eBay almost. Like, there are apps like Let Go. I can't think of some of the other ones. Now, even on Facebook, on your mobile, you can sell things through your Facebook, right? So there's no reason to not let money be the thing that stands in your way. And I really hate to hear that from people, because it's like, no way. There are so many ways to generate the money that you need to pay someone, right? So it doesn't even have to take food off of your table if that's the case for you. But usually that's not the case. People let that be the thing that stops them. Okay, because I tell you what else, it's like there are a lot of people that are my age that they live pretty cushy lives, but it's just not important enough to them to invest in their own business know-how. Okay, and here's the thing, you know, you don't know what you don't know, so why would you not invest in a business coach? I've always had one, right? You don't know what you don't know. Even though I had my health coaching certification, I didn't know how to actually get out there and get leads. I didn't know how to get traffic. I didn't know how to make a sale. Do you know what I mean? It's like I didn't know how to put my services out there so that people knew that I could help them. So if you don't know what you don't know. So why would you not do the thing that you need to do, right? And, you know, that's just kind of the bottom line. Sorry, I need a drink again. Don't let those things stop you. Don't let those things take you out. It's usually money, time. What's the other one? Fear of technology. That's a big one that I hear from a lot of people that are around my age. I just happen to have a techie background, so it's really easy for me. I get that it's not for everybody, and I love technology. I love what we can actually do with this little computer thing that we hold in our hands, right? I love, that the things that we're able to do nowadays that we didn't have just 10 years ago, right? That we didn't have when I was a kid, that my parents didn't have, and my grandparents didn't have, right? So all the things, it's like the possibilities are limitless, right? So don't let just the millennials do all of this, right? Those of us that are in midlife, we can so do this, right? So, and you know what, here's the thing. If you're finding that you're letting these excuses, I haven't officially opened it up, but if you're finding that you're letting excuses take you out, I can put the link below in the comments, but I have a program that actually helps point out where you're letting these things stop you so that you can identify those and overcome them, right? So you obliterate them. If it's important enough to you, right, that's out there. Excuse me, but if you're trying to launch your digital business but you have no idea where to start, you don't really have to know. All you need to know is, what are you good at? What do you love to do? What do people come to you for, right? And what have you overcome? Have you overcome some challenge, right? To start your business. Now, as for the other know-how part of starting a digital business, I did launch this, okay? And this is actually a beta. It's a program in beta. In other words, what that means is it's a no-brainer to start, right? It's like I show you how to get leads. I show you how to make money from those leads, right? Because those are the two things you got to have in order to have a business, right? And it's called Virtual Summit Rockstar, because a virtual summit is the best way that I know that you can actually launch your business and make money in a matter of like 3 months, okay? Instead of taking years. You don't have to take years to do it, right? Sometimes it does take years to build an offline business, right? I have no interest in doing an offline business anymore. To me, that's like a job that I have to go to. I want to work digitally so that I'm free. So, and if you are too, I'm going to actually post the link in there. But it's a no-brainer. It's a program in beta, so that means that we're actually going to start. I think we're starting next week. We're going to meet every week, once a week, and you're going to have assignments to do. And in a matter of 3 months, you're going to have a brand new email list of hot and ready buyers, people who want what you have to offer. And you don't even have to know what you're selling yet. You don't have to know that thing. If you want to be a coach, you can be a coach. If you want to sell products, you can sell products. It's totally a no-brainer. Because it's being developed. So here's the thing. This is my zone of genius, right, is breaking down the technology, making it easy for you to understand, right? You get tutorials, you get video tutorials, we get a live call every week, Q&A through a Facebook group, also a private Facebook group. What else? Oh, you're a founding member. What that means is this course is being developed, this program is being developed. While it's being developed, it's live, right? I'm actually live with you and holding your hand, walking you through actually building a virtual summit. What's really cool about it is you connect with influencers in your field, right? It's like I've made so many friends out there in the digital space with digital rock stars, right? And that's priceless. But you also you'll have an email list when you're done, right? And so I've made it a no-brainer beta offer. Like, why would you not do it? If it's something that you're thinking about doing, it's totally a no-brainer offer. Because you're a founding member, when it's all said and done, and I'm going to launch the program officially probably by the end of this year. It's going to be my flagship program because this is what I'm really good at. It's probably going to cost around $1,000, right? But you're not even getting it for that. You're getting it for like $297. Right? Or you can break it down into payments, right? You can do it, I think it's like 4 monthly payments of $99. Why would you not do it? Okay? Why would you not launch your business this way? right? So you get leads and you can make money in a matter of a few months, right? Yeah, so there's that, but because it's the best way I know. It's like, so many people out there talking about taking out Facebook ads, and it's like, but you have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to see a return on that if you're not really good. To me, it feels like gambling, running Facebook ads. I have run Facebook ads sometimes, but to me, it's like it's hit or miss whether or not it's actually going to work, and that's cold traffic. Why would you not just build yourself with warm traffic, right, with a virtual summit? So, yeah, so that's going to happen. You're going to be a founding member, which means that you'll have access to this course forever after I launch it later this year. So it'll either be later this year, I think it will be later this year, that I'll actually launch it live, but you get to be a founding member. I mean, how cool is that, right? So you'll have forever access to the program for like way next to it, like a fraction of what everybody else is going to pay when it actually launches live, right? And it's going to launch live. I think the end of this year. It's probably going to be about $1,000 or so because it'll be my flagship program. Because it's what I love to do. I'm really good at it, and I make the whole process not scary at all, right? So I hold your hand through the whole thing. But anyway, so let's talk about that again. Solving problems, right? Your digital business, making money in your business. You need leads and you need revenue, or you don't have a business, right? The rest, someone can show you how to do it. Right? It may not be me, right? You can go pay another coach a whole lot more money than what you're going to get out of this beta program, Virtual Summit Rockstar. I mean, you can totally do that if you want to, right? But I'm going to show you everything that I know, okay? So what do you love to do? What are you really good at? What do people come to you for? Or have you overcome an obstacle or some struggle and you're on the other side of it now that you could actually reverse engineer and help other people with, right? So give that some thought. Let me know what you think. Oh, I got to drop the link in there real quick. Hold on. Virtual Summit Rockstar. Let me drop this in there because it's a great deal. It's a great way to build your business. So there you go. That should be it. Oh, I should put that in that. I should put that in the title, I think. All right. So that's it. All right. So let me know what you think. Post in the comments below. And if you have any questions, geez, message me on Facebook. It doesn't matter. You can always email me, right? If you're probably here, you're probably on my email list. So you can like shoot me an email. And that's it. Any questions, let me know. Okay. Bye.